Guten Tag! Mein Name ist Andrea und
mein Name ist Nanette.
Guess where we went today?
Oktoberfest.
Woo! Maybe you saw some pictures. I don't know. But we're here to talk about our experience with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Ugly is somewhere out there somewhere.
Yeah, out there.
It's pretty ugly,
it's not
too.
In here. It's out there.
In here's the good and the bad.
This is the good and the bad.
Whatever.
Yep.
Hey, she knows.
I know.
So, let's see. Oh, you want to start it on the train?
Well, the train was a quick one. So.
We're staying in Augsburg, which I found out during Roman times. During the Roman Empire, this town was named after Emperor Augustus. And there's still some Roman ruins here, so maybe we'll check that out. I don't know, because that would be cool to look at.
Maybe we'll check that
Check it out. It's so cute here, but the roads are weird. I mean, the weird is they're all curly cues like this, and sometimes it's one way and sometimes it's another, and I'm telling you, sometimes you get to a point where none of the roads is out. Anyway, so that's for a later discussion. We took the train from Augsburg into Munich, which is München. And we were on the train, not the ice train, the regional, I guess it's called the regional.
Yes.
Whatever. So there's some young people and they're all dressed in their dirndls and their lederhosen. And they look like they're teenagers,
I think
right?
they were teenagers. Yeah.
They like to talk to each other, get embarrassed about stuff, all that. She kept looking at them. She's like, they're so cute.
They were cute. I thought they were cute.
Yeah, if you don't know, like in Europe, you can drink beer at an early age
16.
here.
Beer and wine.
Yeah. The harder stuff, you got to be older.
Yeah.
So
18,
I guess as soon as they turn 16, they want to go to Oktoberfest, I'm guessing. There's not really anybody checking ID cards there that I noticed.
No, they're just checking purses.
They're just checking your purses. They're checking
and
your
taking your money.
Checking your purses.
Okay,
don't put that in there. Okay.
No.
All right. Anyway. So sometimes, like on the lederhosen, is it? Yeah, the lederhosen they got the straps. So they'll have little pins there, but the pins are made of, they're like little wooden clothespins. We figured out the word. So like sometimes it'll have a little picture or design on there, and then it'll say a word. Sometimes
like
it's in English or in German or whatever.
A lot of them had their names on it.
I don't know if it means anything to have a certain one, or like if people put them on. Like, we don't know the traditions.
Yeah,
if you know the traditions, please feel free to let us know.
Yes,
we want to be educated. Question of the day.
I also want to know about this, if there's a tradition. Like, I saw a lot of young people with
this is my bling,
several of those cookies.
Yeah, some of them had it all on there, like they were they were German rappers.
Yeah, or they were getting beads
and they say different things, like well, this one
Princess,
says Oktoberfest,
or whatever.
Or,
you can have whatever.
You're my lovey bear. What was it? Wasn't one of them something in German that means lovey bear or something? I don't know. She explained it to us. We thought she was saying lovey beer.
I could be
like I love the beer.
I love the beer at Oktoberfest.
The beer was nice. Okay, so anyway, we're digressing, and
a little.
And I did tell my son I would call him at some point. That's her. So then, what the thing with the clips? Okay, one fell on the ground when somebody walked by, so we thought it was one of the kids, and she says to them, Entschuldigung. And she points there, and none of them seemed to want to pick it up, but one of them picked it up eventually, and they all started laughing.
Oh, they had a ball with that.
And we're not going to say what it said.
It's inappropriate.
It was highly inappropriate. It was the kind of thing that you might see a college fraternity guy wear on his T-shirt at a fraternity party.
Yeah.
Exactly. In English.
Yes, it was in English.
So they all started laughing, and then at one point, one of the girls comes over and she shows it to us. And we start laughing, and then one of the guys starts yelling the words, and they're all giggling. They're just giggling. It's like, oh, it's said something dirty. We said something like little kids, but they're old enough to drink. I don't know.
Big kids.
So anyway, we got there. It's a long. There's going to be video later.
Yes.
So we get there. It's packed. There's tons of people, and they're all moving in certain directions.
It's
and
like
you kind of get
prodding cattle around the
people
city.
People are touching you. People,
pushing you. I had so many people. They double fist and push into you, or they have
you.
all their beers.
Or
and
there's people that they
them.
stick their hands up like this, and they're trying to get.
Or
through.
they're like this, so everybody looks
like,
up at their hand, and then they squeeze
here.
on. But
they squeeze.
There's no end to the shoving.
And there's not just German people there.
No.
There's people from all other countries. Like, we're from another country.
There were a lot of Americans there.
Yeah, there were a lot of Americans there. We met some
Italians,
German
English,
people, some Asian
yes.
people speaking different Asian languages, etc. All wearing lederhosen
I can't.
dirndls.
Dirndls.
Because it's awesome to be German at Oktoberfest. Duh. Anyway, so we're looking around, looking at stuff, taking pictures, taking video, and we're like, we got to get into a beer tent because that's what you do. Sit in a beer tent, you drink some beer.
You don't sit in a beer tent unless you pay for your table.
So I was like, I want to go into, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it, but when it comes, I'll say it out loud. Anyway, so Hausbrau? No, it wasn't Hausbrau, was it?
It was something brow. Really.
Listen, it was the big one that always...
Hofbrau.
Hofbrau? I don't know. It was the one where they always have the band going... Saying a word. I'm saying some words in another language. Stompa, hit the hit. Anyway, it's huge. There's people everywhere, and people are coming by. They're moving through. They're moving over here. They're moving over there. There's guys in matching lederhosen that are trying to dance with you. It was so crowded. She tried to go to the bathroom. It was a really long line. It was very
long
hot.
and wide, and people kept shoving it on me.
I know, right?
And it was hot in there, and I almost passed out in line for the bathroom. I was clammy. I was
Now,
sweating.
we hear that in the men's room, it's just a long bunch of troughs. They've got their fill of
in, they drop
what
it,
they
and
can
they
do.
get out. I mean, why can't it be that easy for
Why can't it be that easy for us? I think... we need to get a woman scientist in on this because there must be something we can use where we can get in on this.
We could have like
easy.
splash guards, and we could have our own type of urinal.
I don't think we should go
invent that.
I don't think we should go too much into this.
Okay.
I think this is a foray into this is something for another time.
Maybe.
Anyway, what else happened? So we're like, we're not going to get a table in here because the tables around the outside you have to reserve, and they cost money, a lot of money to reserve.
A lot, quite a bit.
Like a few $100s for the whole table, and that's not including your beer.
Yeah, there's no beer included with the reservation.
So in the center area, it's full of young people hooting and hollering, and sometimes they're in the chairs, sometimes they're on the chairs,
sometimes they're on the table.
Well, when they're on the table, usually the security comes. So we went out of there. We
left.
And
we left that tent.
I don't remember what happened after that. We were looking for souvenirs and stuff.
No, we went to the beer garden.
Oh, yeah, we went to the beer garden part, which was like on the outside. We found a table. It took a while to find a table. We're splitting up. We find the table. We're like trying to get each other. Anyway.
Yeah.
We sat there, and the tables are really close together. So if you're lucky, you have somebody behind you acting as a backrest against your back.
Which she was, and I was not.
Yeah, so I was the lucky one.
She's the lucky one.
I'm starting to get tired now. It's like we've been eating food and drinking beer most of the day.
And walking everywhere.
Well, we don't walk everywhere.
Okay.
So we got in there, and her husband ordered 5 beers. Beers for the table.
Just small liter beers.
Just the liter. It's only the liter ones. Yeah, it's just 1 liter. You know. So we drank that. That was my first time drinking in many years.
My first time drinking beer in many, many years.
But I got a permission from my doctor. One of my doctors. Anyway, so what happened then? then we're like, should we get pretzels? Should we order food? And they're like, we had the little boys with us.
We had the little boys.
The young men with us.
The old men, young men, they
wanted sausage, but the lady said, we have chicken and we have maybe pretzels. That's what she said, maybe pretzels. So I don't know if that means she went to someplace else and got so we ordered pretzels, and when the pretzels come, they're in a big grocery bag.
Yeah, because they're like this.
They're like the size, but are bigger than your head. Yeah, so we ate kind of patterns and things through them.
We ate a little bit of our pretzels.
And we're enjoying the scenery and the company through. There's so much to see. There's so much to watch. It's not just singing.
Dancing, there's cheering.
It's not just singing and dancing and people at tables singing. So over here, then we got people at one table throwing a half-eaten chicken across at each other.
We got people at another table drinking out of a booth.
A sneaker. A sneaker. More than one person drank out. I mean, they didn't drink the same thing because you have to drink the whole thing.
You got to drink the whole sneaker.
We don't know if this is a thing or just a dare, but two different people did it.
It's a thing. I think it's
and later there was something that was to be reaped from that action. Did you want to discuss that?
I think we reaped it. But so all of a sudden Brian's like, oh, look at that guy.
Brian's my husband's brother, so my brother-in-law.
So he's like, look, this guy's going to lose it over there. And you look over, his lips are white. Okay, that's the first
He's leaning over like this.
And he's like this with his mouth open.
None of his friends are even noticing it because they're the young.
On the phone or
they're
looking
young
the
kids.
other way. I mean, this happened for 10 minutes.
He's kind of going.
He's going like this, and he's like this, and then he's back up.
So I'm pretty sure you know what's going to happen next. All over the floor. And what would your friends do when something like this happens? So they scram. They're all running. They're running for exits. They're gone.
Then they come back and they're laughing at him.
And this poor guy. Wouldn't you at least look? You laugh. Yes, of course you laugh.
You help your friend
but
out
you
while
help
you're
them
laughing.
out. You're like, hey, buddy, you can't handle your shoe alcohol. Wait till you get to the boot alcohol, man. Anyway, so
yeah. Not pleasant.
So then that was not pleasant because there's a smell and you're looking at things that you don't even know what the food was before, so you can imagine. So anyway, they leave. There's this whole table now that's empty. So
how many groups?
Groups just keep coming in and going back out. Coming in, going back out.
The first group, they started to sit down, and I'm yelling from our table, no,
she's going, no. She forgot to say 9. She's like, no.
And then other people, someone had to grab them because they were going to sit down.
They were about to sit.
They're like, hey.
Now the thing is, it's not just on the floor. It's on part of the seat. It's on the table. How they don't see this is beyond me.
They must have
been drinking. They must have been drinking.
And I can't imagine them drinking at Oktoberfest.
No, I don't know. Who does that?
Weird.
So, eventually, the waitress came by, or whatever they're called. I don't know if there's a beer name for it, okay? That's all I meant by that.
The beer garden lady.
The beer waitress came by, and she threw out some sawdust. So that's what happened with that.
It took a while.
And then, people just came right in after that. They're like, the sawdust is down.
Feet on the and she
hadn't even wiped the table yet.
She did wipe it. She just used
just a little bit.
Yeah, it was,
Oh, not only that. So if you get up and there's a little bit of beer left in your stomach, the young kids, they come over and they start pouring it into their thing.
They just take the whole group's thing, bring it to their table.
Oh, they're done with this.
Yes.
Oh, it was
no waste of beer.
It was kind of gross. Even though alcohol, I mean, usually it kills all the germs, but it was like there could be like backwash in there. You don't know what's going on.
They're germs.
There could be cooties. There's a long list of things that could be
There's
happening.
a long list of things that could be in that cup because you don't know.
So what happened after that?
Well, then we went to the bathroom and...
Oh, wait a minute. When we're coming out of the beer garden area, right?
Yeah.
I feel somebody touch my backside. And I like to be silly, so I turned around real quick and I yelled, well, as quick as I can with a cane, and I yelled, now it's my turn. Because I thought it was going to be my turn. And there was like 3 15-year-old boys there turning 3 shades of red. And then I turned back around the other way, and they're cracking up, and they're like running off this way, cracking up, and their faces are turning red. So
That is pretty funny.
My husband's like, I think you made their day. Yeah, my husband's like, he doesn't care. He's used to my nonsense by now. That's part of marriage, you know. You got to get used to each other's nonsense. If you can't get used to that nonsense, move on.
Yep, gotta move
You
on.
got to find a different kind of nonsense because everybody's got nonsense.
You have to.
Even this one, she's got nonsense.
I don't have very much.
I'm
just
pretty
a
sure
little
she's got nonsense. I know
got-
some
she
of it.
got
I'm not.
most of the
I do.
nonsense.
Oh God, I have a lot of nonsense.
Yeah,
there's,
she got
There's
it,
a lot
you
that
know.
my husband has to put up with, but I mean, I got stuff I got to put up with too. So
Yes.
kind of evens
Yeah.
out. So what should we say next? We were looking at souvenirs, and then we decided. Well, I didn't decide. My body decided. It's time to go to the bathroom. And everywhere there's these lovely cherubs with their, what is this, bow and arrow out, pointing the way to the wonderful land
Wasser
of,
closet.
yeah, the bathrooms.
Water closet.
So we find it, and we're in this long line. At first it's a line, long line of women, long line of men. So we get halfway through, it's going slow, and then at the halfway mark, it never moves. Because at the front, they've got a woman in front of the men's room that's
Guarding it.
or whatever they do, and then they got a man in front of the women's room, and every young girl that comes up and said, I go to pee.
So bad.
I have to pee so bad. So much worse than all these girls that have been waiting
For 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes. And he's like, go in. Oh, this is the palace for young girls that want to pee. Well, it kept happening. And like, so the other people around us, the girls around us were mostly German. So they're just saying they're just kind of whispering to each other.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I can't believe it. I don't know what they're saying. Okay. So this is my interpretation. I can't believe they keep letting these girls in. We're girls and we have to pee. Peeing should be for all people. So anyway.
That's exactly what they said.
So anyway, it's going on and on forever. I cannot emphasize that enough. So I start yelling stuff because I'm one of the loud, rude Americans.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with me being American. I'm just loud and
We
rude.
were loud and rude. Well, we had a right to.
And I started yelling, yeah, we all have to pee.
She yelled nicer things than I did. So.
And then people would, when some of the girls would go up there, I'd be like, 9! This is a line. We all have to pee.
But it worked. They didn't let them in anymore.
And then I was trying to get everybody to chant, we all have to pee. We all have. And, you know, the German girls are like, no, she's saying so. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to ruin my mic. No, they looked like they were embarrassed, which I guess they should be because, you know, I was making a big ruckus. Well, then
I don't think
there's this woman running around acting like a crazy person saying, you gotta let people in. Oh, there was a handicapped bathroom, but it was locked. It had a key. You can only go into the handicapped room if you have a key.
And none of those people
Do
are handicapped.
you have a key? No, there was only special people that were allowed to have the key.
Really?
So she's having... Somebody said they saw some people coming out of one of the places using it, but there was bathrooms for the workers because I saw them when I came out of that one. This is a side note. When I came out of that one beer tent place and I came out the one way and they said they didn't let you out that way. There's a bathroom over there that's for the wait staff and stuff like that.
And they have keys, I guess.
They have their own bathrooms, so they're keeping that locked. This woman. Well, we find out later she was nice, but she also seemed a bit drunk, you know.
Yeah.
Where do these people come from?
Oktoberfest?
Anyway, she was English, and she's like, but she seemed like she had a vendetta against this guy.
She was very...
She wanted to champion my cause. Here, hold on, pause.